Welcome back for part 2 of drawing our folk art fox. So we drew our fox last week using all these different shapes. Now we're going to add some wild kind of different designs to our fox. So the first thing we want to do is add a jagged line back here to make it look like our fox has kind of a little white tip on his tail, okay? And then we're going to start adding some kind of wild looking designs. So maybe the first thing I want to draw on my fox over here is going to be a flower. So I'm going to start with a circle. Add another circle to kind of make it look like a donut. And then a few curved lines, kind of like the shape of a U or a rainbow. And that's going to turn it into a flower. Now I want my flower to have some petals. So I'm going to draw a line that comes down here and over here. And then I'm going to draw some small little ovals. And draw the same oval on the opposite side of the branch. Those are going to be some little leaves. And maybe I'll draw one here on the bottom too. Let's do the same thing over here. So draw one on the end. Ovals. Do it on both sides. There we go. Next, let's see, let's add another little branch right here. So a long line, add that circle and a circle. Here we go. All right, he's looking great. Let's do one more branch right here, and this one's going to be kind of curved with the shape of his little back part right there. Circle on the ends. There we go. I'm going to start on this side, coming down with some of my ovals. Do the same thing on the other side. There we go. He is looking fantastic. Let's draw another flower right here. So let's draw a horizontal line, curve, maybe some little circles up above it. And then let's draw our little bottom part of the flower. Maybe it's got some leaves or petals. There we go. Maybe we'll do another flower right here. Let's curve down, point, point, point. And here comes another little flower stalk and some leaves. Maybe a few circles up above it. Here we go. We could even add some more circles over here. And maybe some circles going up the ears. Here we go. Okay. Now next, let's add some cool looking triangles. See a lot of triangles in folk art. So I'm going to just do some triangles going down the side of my fox, and then maybe some dots and circles, just to make it look kind of interesting. There we go. Maybe a few circles over here. We're kind of, all these blank spaces, that's called negative space. So we're kind of filling the negative space with different patterns and designs. Okay, let's add another branch right here. So I'm gonna come over and across, got one leaf on each end, and there we go. Same thing on this side. There. Maybe we can add a few things over here. Let's do one more small flower. If I'm going too fast with this video, by all means pause it anytime you need to catch up, okay? And then for his tail, let's do this shape. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Looks kind of like a flower. And maybe we'll add some more of those really fun circles. I really like those circles. And there we go. Now the last thing we need to do is add kind of some pattern in the background for our fox. So I want to add a few circles, and I'm feeling that negative space But I'm not going to put too many circles because I'm going to add to these circles. So now that I have filled that space with my circles, I'm going to come back and I'm going to draw that same shape that I used on all my leaves. I'm going to draw it on the top and the bottom. And some of them may have to stop when they touch the fox because we want these to kind of be behind the fox. We don't want it to be in front of him. And these ones are actually going to go off the paper, and that's fun too. Really fill in that space. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side of them. So I'm going to rotate my paper and up and down, up and down. The last thing I'm going to do is add some little hearts around my flowers. So I'm going to rotate my paper for this part. You don't have to add hearts around your flowers. Maybe your flowers just have more polka dots. Polka dots are always a good idea, right? Or maybe they have stars or leaves. Could really be anything. And always feel free to be able to turn your paper around. Try to draw some upside down. Whew, that's fun. If you need to rotate your paper, you do it. It's your art. Do what's easiest for you. And there we go. So now we have our fox drawn. We've added some really cool patterns to him, and we've also drawn a background design. So next time, bring this back and we will add color to just our fox. We're going to leave the background blank and we're going to add just a few colors to this fox. You can use crayons, markers, paint, whatever you have available. All right, see you next week. Have a great one.